Okay. I didn't call to use my celestial bodies deck, but that makes me think. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to use my brain. My honey crown. And it's going to be about why that man isn't coming towards you, or if you're that man, why it's so hard to come towards your person, or whoever's in masculine energy. We can all be in masculine energy. King of Cups in reverse is more of like a reserved attraction. A reserved attraction with the incapacity to move forward for unclear reasons. What you waiting for? Promiscuous girl, you're teasing me. You got what I want, and I got what you need. Promiscuous boy, let's get to the point, 'cause we all alone. You ready? I'm getting like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I know you're alone. I'm not ready. I can see you with nothing on. You need me bring that on. Bring that on. You know what I mean? Girl, I'm afraid you shouldn't say those things. It's okay. That's alright. I got something that you gon' like. Looking trash. Promiscuous girl, wherever you are, I'm all I don't know, the wherever you are hit me really funny. Because I get the sense sometimes that people try to like figure out where I'm at, and I've made it a delicious puzzle. I made it a saw trap, low key. You go to the wrong city, you might get jumped trying to ask for me. I'm laughing, but it's scary. You better ask me out on a date, bitch. You ain't doing none of this serendipity shit. Fuck around and find out. Oh my god. Show me the card, Scarfy. Yes, sir. Yeah, Spirit. Woo. Which one do we want? Top or bottom? That's mean. Like, bitch, you know you're a bottom. Oh. I'm first. Like, bitch. I'm just gonna pull all these out and then I'll start, like, making sense of them. Let's see if I can push this back a little bit. Ah! These in the heart. These in the heart. You bitch. I'm sorry, these are cards that came out earlier. You said. See if we can make some astrology happen. I bought these to help me learn astrology, so be kind. Take it with a grain of salt. Alright. So we have some houses. We got 7th house, 7, 11, 12. Or maybe we should do it like this. Move this. Let's go by houses. So we got 12, 11, 7, 8. Or can I fit them in this way? I think I saw 5 too. Yeah. And then we'll just kind of like put these in different spaces. Shuffle them and then see what houses they fall into. And I'll probably need a few more cards too, but we'll start with these. Oh no, these are a lot of cards actually. Yeah, this is fun. Oh yeah, there's a lot of cards. Is it just enough? Not quite, but that's fine. So, this is like South Node, North Node, Saturn return energy. So, oh man, and this poor boy is buried underneath all this energy. The tarot we pulled is speaking of like a King of Cups who is upright, who's like the magician in reverse with the moon because he's unable to like work towards you. And we're really just gonna dive into what that energy is. There's a Hollywood sign. There's a Hollywood sign. Oh, this is all so crazy. Everybody looking so famous. There might be an element of like fame involved in this. Like people might be influencers of whatever the fuck scale. And so there's like a public private energy that's like kind of like sitting in the background, and that's kind of further exemplified by like this 8th house moon coolies Pluto void of course energy, where like there typically would be a lot of power in like if this were a situation that was like navigated privately with just like the like guttural like primal energy of it all, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case here. Is that what what's the 12th house? That's more like the subversive public element. Waning gibbous. There's a crescent moon, ascendant in reverse in Venus. So yeah, like what is like seen publicly but like in like a very like kind of quiet sense is that there's like a lot of passion, and it's like you can tell that people are like trying to hide their passion low key but like still express it. It's like this weird balance of like being like emotionally open but like this restriction of openness kind of being played based off of like the environment. And so even though it is like front and center, it is still kind of like weird and cloaked to a degree. The 11th house, I think that's avocation. I don't remember what that means. So yeah, social gathering. Let me just double check my work. Yeah, there's also like an ineffable nature to the 12th house where it feels like it will come to the surface, but it's like a little bit liminal. The 11th house is a little bit more structured and talking about like the social aspect. So there's a lot of convergent energies. Oh, not with Sagittarius and Black Moon Lilith in reverse. There are actual evil bitches in the energy. Like, and I don't like to say like somebody's good, bad, evil, or but there's evil bitches. I have. Be nice. I'm finding it. Because there is a whole generation of people with Sagittarius and Pluto. And I feel like their sense of advocacy comes from a good place of wanting to make the world a better place, but it's like this projection of like personal autonomy onto the collective consciousness of energy, and it's coming through in a toxic way with Black Moon Lilith in reverse. So people feel like they should behave in certain ways in this energy based off of like social dynamics, but those social dynamics are like very weird, very specific, and very personal. And it's like the people with those personal hangups are not the people in the relationship, but they are projecting onto the relationship. Yeah, it's not cute, and that's kind of like a problem I have with the generation below me, because like, you know, like a Scorpio Pluto person is, and I think that's why most people think millennials are like kind of chill, is because we just kind of like go with the flow. Like we're just like, you know, I get it. Like that's emotional. Like you got to feel out what you're feeling out. And I think millennials for a period of time, like with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, have just kind of been like, you know, they're young, they're feeling themselves out. Let's just let them be like weird, egotistical, puritanical slash, you know, there's just like a lot of weird, like, I don't know how to say Nazism without saying Nazism, but that's also a little thing that's like kind of coming up of like this perfect person that we all have to be based off of like being like overly perceived. And it's like, that's a very toxic energy for what I said. It's Nazi ideology. And so it's like kind of like making people, or making this person or this energy feel like they can't like be completely open with like their emotions that they feel like deep down in their soul. Like these emotions of Pluto being in the 8th house are like really powering like a lot of the communication. This subversive communication is undeniable. But yeah, it's like a big barrier here. Let's see what the 5th house is. Because with Black Moon Lilith, it's like, it'd be different too if like you had those feelings and those were your personal feelings, but like they're like the way that they're being presented in the stellium is like showing it like very lots of different energies and elements, and it's like very constricting. But it seems like the people are like, oh, I'm constricting you because it's for your highest good, and it's like, no, you're trying to make me into like a homogenous gray person. Like that episode of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy wishes that everybody were the same, they're all gray blobs, and it sucks. That's like the goal of these people, but they don't realize it because they're so self-righteous. It's disgusting. And like this energy might not even realize it too, because it like comes from a great place. Like it seems like it's coming from a good place, but it's like a subversive control thing. But like since it's coming from the place of like, oh, you should be yourself and you should appear in the best way you can, and you should like not, you shouldn't sacrifice anything, and you should be the best person in the world. It's like you're like, it doesn't sound as bad, but it's like bad. It's like very bad. And then we're in the 5th house. Talking about expression and creative force in the imaginary, fictional, dress up, identification, relatability, and performance. With a sextile to air in the first quarter one. Oh, there's just like a lot of magical thinking about like the connection. There's like maladaptive daydreaming for sure. Like yeah, like, and it's like the weird thing is, in another connection, the maladaptive daydreaming would be completely off course, but because there's so much 8th house energy, like someone might have like Pluto in the 8th house. Someone like there might be like a conjunction happening in the 8th house, in like your in your synastry, or your, there's actually like something that's actually tangible in this like subversive energy. But it's like just because, like, and this is interesting, the imaginative world is real in this reality, in this connection, but just because it's real and you guys can like connect on spiritual levels doesn't mean that there's not desire on the physical level and things that need to be managed physically. And so there's like this like weird thing, because I think there might be this element of getting caught up of like, is this all in my head? And it's like, is this real? And it's like, it can be real even if it's all in your head. But the problem is that it's like, because it's in your head, it's not real. The problem is because it's all in your head, you're not taking care of the rest of your body. And that's like where the issue is. It's almost like when people are like, oh, mental illness, that's all in your head. And it's like, yeah, dummy, that's where my brain is. I'm finishing up a collective reading. But if you guys don't mind waiting, I'm happy to answer your questions after. And then if you can't wait, this does go on YouTube later, so you can like scrub through that and get the answer you need. But I do want to finish this up because I pulled so many fucking cards, bro. My table is full. Basically the reading is about like why this like King of Cups energy isn't moving forward. And like just to quickly recap, it seems that like there's this real heavy psychic like subversive passion this passion is so strong that like it's coming out on accident. Like you can't hold it in. So it's almost like some of this 12th house, 5th house, 8th house energy is that like you're trying not to let it out, but like without even thinking you're saying shit. And you're like, damn, that was about them. Fuck. I know I like them. Fuck. And meanwhile, your friends are like, oh, you shouldn't like them. You shouldn't like them because it's a toxic. They're throwing therapy words at you like they're wrenches, bro. It's like, let me be toxic. If this, like, at this point, like the therapizing, the advice of it all is far more toxic than whatever the toxic behavior would be. You know what I mean? Finger blast them and leave them at the bar, then it would be over. But instead there's this like persistence of like, oh, I have to be aligned with my highest self. It's like, bro, just fucking leave, because now it's making this a much bigger feeling, right? With the 7th house sun descendant 8 partnership, and I think that's part of it too, is that like it's also kind of clear that like even though all this energy has built up about like reaching out to this person and deciding not to, with 8 in reverse, you want to do like filthy, disgusting, like kinky, powerful, devilish things to this person. And I feel like there's like a hesitancy of like getting into that energy because you have this self-righteous energy in the middle being like, you should only talk to a person if you want to marry them and have 7.5 kids and live it alone. And like, or whatever the fuck. It doesn't even really make sense, right? But you just want to fuck the fuck out of this person until there's nothing left. And it's felt in the energy. Everyone feels the energy. But it's not being acted on because there's like individuals in the energy who disagree with it, and they are also aligned with the collective consciousness. The collective consciousness disagrees with the energy. But like, this person can't let it go because it's almost like they like close their eyes. Every time they close their eyes, you're there. It's like, bitch, don't you have a life? And it's like, bitch, I'm closing my eyes too. I have to blink, bitch. Like, where are you? It's like, I can't spend $100, $300 just to fuck the shit out of you and never see you again. And it's like, why not? So it's like this balancing of like, I think what's really stopping this is just like an acceptance of just the freakiness. Like, this is like really freaky, and it's fine to be freaky. It's like freaky and low key, morally abhorrent. And I think with the Saturn return energy on this like North Node, South Node, it's like finding a balance and like an acceptance of the fact that like not every connection you're gonna be in is gonna be the person that you marry, and that's fine. That doesn't make it any less important, any less balanced, any less valuable, just because it's not like, and it's weird because I feel like now it's not like we don't expect like there's like certain parts of the world where you still are expected to have like a house and a husband and 2.5 kids, but like I don't think there's really like enough acceptance for like um everything else, and the everything else is, I would say, just as good, if not better, than like the quote unquote American dream. And this like sort of suppression of it is creating like a perversion where it's like a very natural thing. But like I think that's really what it comes down to, is this person feels like perverted, and like their fantasies are so intense that they're like um becoming like psychic ability, and I think it's mutual, low key, to some degree. Like the maladaptive daydreaming, of course, and the social, yeah. I mean, anyone can identify with any energy if they really tried hard enough. We contain all energies of the zodiac type shit. So thank you for enjoying that with me. It's gonna be on YouTube. When I post this live, you can scrub through it if you want to catch the whole thing.